up. You ever heard a phrase and you didn't quite understand what it meant? Like, you didn't understand what the phrase meant in real life, what it looks like in real life, how it shows up in your life, right? Because we hear things all the time, sayings and, things that people have grown to know, but they don't really know. You know what I mean? Like, they can quote it, they can say it, they can spell it, they know where it fits in a conversation, but they don't know how to identify it in their life. And so this is so very important because without that knowledge, then a misunderstanding can take place, right? So the same way you have a conversation with someone and you don't completely understand, what it is that they're saying, or you guys could be saying the same exact thing. You could be fighting or in an argument and you arguing the same exact thing. One person is just saying it one way and another person is saying it the other way. It's like that illustration where it's a 6, depending on where the person is standing, then it's a 9 where the other person is standing, right? And so this happens all the time, but it doesn't always necessarily happen with other people. Sometimes it happens with yourself. Sometimes you miscommunicate with yourself. Sometimes you trick yourself out of your own bag based out of fear, right? You hear the term or the phrase, get out of your own way, and you might not understand what that looks like in your real life. You might not understand how that shows up in your life. You might not understand exactly what it feel like, what it tastes like. Right? You understand what I'm saying? Like, so the term, I got to get out of my own way. And you might be thinking as an entrepreneur, I got to get out of my own way and hire somebody to do marketing or do this or do that. But the reality is you might be afraid. You might be afraid to reinvent yourself. You might be afraid to really put yourself out there. You might be afraid of people actually knowing how good you are. Or you may be one of those people who feel like, well, somebody else is already in that lane. Somebody else is already doing this. So that means that I can't do it. Listen, again, phrases. Your gifts will make room for you. What does that mean? If you just operate in your gift, doors will open. If you just operate in your gift, you will be separated. Separation will bring elevation, right? If you just do the work, if you're just diligent, if you just make it happen. What does that mean? Day in and day out, you focusing on the craft. You focusing on what it is that you're doing. What that business is, what that gift is, fulfilling your potential. See, so getting out of your own way doesn't look the same way for everyone. So what does it look like for you? What conversation that you've been having with yourself that you may need to go back and reevaluate? You may need to go back and look at the Cliff Notes. You may need to stop thinking that you're not good enough. You may need to stop thinking that you're not ready. You may need to stop thinking that you need something else, right? Once I get this piece, I'm going to have it all together. This piece is going to do it. Once I get this piece, it's going to all fall into place. Do it now and watch those pieces fall into place, right? Just say, do your best and let God do the rest. Oh, well, what does that look like? Doing the work. Execution. Execution is king. It's doing something every single day. Look, we live in a world of, so-called experts. Everybody's an expert online. Everybody's an expert. Well, what makes a person really an expert? Well, the textbook definition of mastery is doing something for 10,000 hours. So again, doing, not thinking, not theorizing, but actually doing the work. I don't care what business it is. You're a baker, you actually baking. You coming up with different recipes and you do it, you tweak it, you do it, you tweak it, you do it, you tweak it. It is in that you find mastery. You're a speaker, you do it. You got to speak every single day, right? Whether it's to yourself, in a mirror, record yourself, whatever it may be, mastery. You're doing it again and again and again. You want to be an author, write every single day. Just do the work. Stop saying someday. Because someday may never come, right? You'll say someday and then it'd be 5 years. You say someday and then it'd be 20 years. Today is the day. So let's get it. Quit on quitting.